How's everyone doing on this Friday morning? This is my official opening intro music for this Friday morning episode, number 1. Because we might and probably will do another episode later tonight, so y'all be checking for that. Until then, I just want to say enjoy this upcoming episode. We're talking about a lot of things, talking about racism, wondering why some white men are so angry out here and why they're so brutal and violent. We're going to talk about the Milwaukee Bucks game last night, how they came up short and what we think they might need to do to get better. And of course, we're talking racism and stereotypes. And we're going to see Nina Simone this weekend. Not Nina Simone, but there's a musical Sunday that we're going to see, so I'm looking forward to that. And you know we're always talking about relevant conversation, racism, stereotypes, all that stuff, right? Got some funny comedy clips in here too as well, so make sure you're listening for those, because you never know when I'll throw them in there. We're going to kick this Friday off with this Lloyd Banks and Dave East. This is called Traffic. Happy Friday, y'all. Enjoy the weekend.
Keeping me alive is my kids. Check out my highlight from Vietnam with them clips. Niggas outside of your windows like peeping toms for them bricks. Look me the eyes from a runner or into a cripple stepper. My homie luck worse than mine. Nobody's good whatever. Too hard to kill the streets cold as ever. It's snitching weather. When everybody else breaking the park, we'll stick together. I'm mortalizing when I need my nigga cross the TV. A nigga throw paint on my statue, set him up to see me. Come up, say these and this like I'm coming with a fucking freebie. Your pups are creamy, I'm such a freezy and custom jeans. Rattles around for sure, watch you in your circle with Louis. Keep me from booking in one of my favorite purchases. Plus you roll with a holy house in and out of the church with this armor. Don't pick a color, head back with my David Burger. A nigga ever turn his back and hurt the sucker. You know the suckers facing double facing all you motherfuckers. Take the payment, don't get all this shit and skins. Some go against the green, that kind of pain will never end. When up against the odds, no surrender, no pretend. Ain't got nowhere to lean at all, my back against the wind. By time we get to clearing out the traffic, it'll be thin. A nigga ever turn his back and hurt the sucker. You know the suckers facing double facing all you motherfuckers. Take the payment, don't get all this shit and skins. Some go against the green, that kind of pain will never end. When up against the odds, no surrender, no pretend. Ain't got nowhere to lean at all, my back against the wind. By time we get to clearing out the traffic, it'll be thin. Hell over the island days, a massacre again.
As I'm watching every nigga watching me closely. If you a part of this family, our enemies like a trophy. If God done blessed it is holy. Sat in the middle with little Italy. Bullets brittle, hit him 3 times, left his face in the cannoli. Jalen and Jacoby. Talking about the game, no longer playing shit and changed up. Let me change up. Slime problem when banks up. Bros, I hit some banks up. Hoes come through, they think up. Foes hate me for breathing. Can't find me, I'm somewhere way up. Where that on, I'm laid up. Laid up behind my breeze. Thinking of that 38, that game, that time I tried to squeeze. Lucky you. Calendar say June, that mean another school. A couple reasons. Waking up from nightmares, so my mother screaming. Surrounded by demons, cool with the devil. Go run from Jesus, but I won't start it if I can't complete it. Organized, I have to keep it. Since truck jewelry, Nefertiti, you riding like CC. Eyes watching in the BT, you got it like me.
Nigga ever turn his back and hurt the sucker. You know the suckers facing double facing all you motherfuckers.
Peace and blessing, y'all. Good morning. It's Friday. We made it to Friday. It is 3:36 a.m. I am up. Gotta go get some change, man, so we can wash clothes. And clothes and piled up. Because we're not at the house, you know what I mean? So, we're at the apartment and shit. Clothes are starting to pile up. So, I'm about to run and get some change so I can wash these clothes. Yep, that's what I'm doing up early. How's everyone else doing? Yep, just heading over to the little ATM real quick. I wish they had an ATM machine in our building. That'd be slick, man. I don't know why they don't do that. You got the change machine, you know what I'm saying? You got the vending machine right there. So why wouldn't you have an ATM? That'd be pretty cool. I don't know. That might be a security risk. I don't know. But yeah, anyways. Last day, baby.
2 or more players' stats for a shot to win up to 100x on your cash.
Oh, Bucks couldn't pull it out. Well, so now just have to wait for them next year. Hopefully Dame comes back. You know what I'm saying?
I think he will.
I think he will too, and they just got to get their team a little younger. And they're going to end up having to get rid of like Bobby or Brooke. You know what I'm saying? Or Mid too. You know what I mean? They're going to have to, because they don't have a lot of money to spend, so they're going to have to get a little creative, and they're going to have to trade, you know, 1 or 2 of their better players.
And also, they just have to get healthy.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
I think that played a large part in it.
Oh, big time. You could see it. You said it last night when we were watching the game. You're like, they do need Giannis. You know what I mean?
I mean,
because no matter, like, he's gonna put his numbers up. He's gonna score. He's gonna rebound. He's gonna attack the basket. Like, and they were clearly missing that shit. You know what I mean? Because he may not be the greatest shooter and all that shit like that, but he's gonna dominate that inside. And he's gonna score.
Right.
And get fouled and all that shit. We are missing that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. But it really hurt. Like I was saying, like you can really see how that they missed Drew. They traded Drew, and then Bud too, the coach. You can see that. You know.
Well, and
because they liked playing for Bud too.
Right.
You know, and there was that camaraderie there, you know what I'm saying? And you can see that actually probably was a bad move now. Because you got rid of Drew. He was your defensive guy. He made up for a lot of, you know, shit like that. Like, you got Dame, you traded in scoring for defense, you know what I mean? And so...
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but Doc Rivers did not come in at the beginning of the season, right?
No, Doc came like literally basically the last couple months of the season. So hopefully they'll keep him and realize, and just like kind of the position that, you know, you get thrown into the fire literally, you know, on the bottom of the 9th inning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so it'd be nice to just see them be able to just start fresh, a brand new season, get a couple players. They got to get some defensive players.
Because I was going to say, you know, you bring in a new coach, new coaching team, new coaching style, mid-season.
That's an adjustment.
You're kind of all over the place then, because you're used to doing it Bud's way, right?
Right. Exactly.
And then all of a sudden you're not.
Yep.
And
just adjust, like even like all the, because he brought some of his assistant coaches. So you're like this is all these new people in the building. So you just got to just adjust to that, just different personalities. And even just aside from basketball, just dealing with new people in general.
And then Lillard came in. So then that's an adjustment.
Yep.
Then you add injuries.
Yeah.
Which is not anyone's fault, you know.
Right, happens. Yeah, injuries are part of the game.
Right.
It's just going to happen.
But that throws off, you know.
Everything. And, you know, Giannis has been hurt now in the playoffs since they won their title a few years ago. He's been hurt in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You know? So. But I think even, like, this Bucks team wasn't going to win no championship.
No.
So, you know what I mean? Like you were saying last night, maybe it's better that it ended when it did so guys can just get healthy, you know what I'm saying, get their minds right. Yep. So yeah, y'all, it's Friday. We're just heading into work. It's the last day. We got our Nina Simone concert coming up tomorrow.
Sunday.
Well, it's not. I mean Sunday. It's not a concert. It's
musical.
Yeah, it's a musical. And so we have dinner before, and then the musical after. So I'm really excited about that. So yeah, it's a date night basically, baby. Yep. And then so other than that, NBA was good. I mean the Bucks lost last night, but we did good on our Survivor thing. Like we got 3 entries, so we're doing good. We got one near up the top, one in the middle, and then one on the bottom. You know what I mean? So we're trying to cover, win that money. Yeah. What you want to eat for tonight, baby? I know it's too early. It's 6 in the morning, but I know I don't want any they just recalled a bunch of ground beef, y'all, too. We were seeing on the news last night, so.
It was a specific brand.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna mess with them. That's the thing, it'll be a specific brand that'll be flagged or whatever, but my mind goes, well, I ain't eat no ground beef for a minute. When there was what was it? I forgot what product it was. It was I think it was lettuce or something, and they were talking about how the lettuce was bad or contaminated. I don't eat lettuce that much anyways, but I stopped messing with it. I don't care about the brand. If they say ground beef is bad, I ain't fucking with it for a while. Because I got a sensitive stomach already. I ain't got time for that. Oh, speaking about that mushroom coffee, what was the name of that you said? It was called, there was a specific brand, Mud Water or something?
Mud Water, but it's kind of expensive for as much coffee as we drink.
We do.
We're not a 1 cup dayer kind of people.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they do have some at Fresh Time.
Okay.
There's a brand called Rise, R-I-Z-E.
Do we have that before?
No.
Okay.
They have that Happy Gut, which has coffee in it, but also mushroom blend, lion's mane, some other stuff.
That's what I was wondering with that mushroom coffee. I wasn't sure if it actually had mushrooms in it or if that was just...
Yes, some have coffee as well, and some don't.
Okay. But I noticed that stuff was good on our stomach. My stomach was not all acidy and foul and stuff after that mushroom coffee. But we only bought it that one time. But I'd like to start messing with that some more.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Michelle here at work. I'm about to get my ass to work. Enjoy the episodes that we put together last night and early this morning. And we'll holler at y'all soon. Stay safe out here. Have a great weekend. And listen to our podcast. Peace for now. I'm going to work. What did you say, baby?
You said those rowing people are out there early.
Early as hell, yep. That's what I was just saying, yep. So y'all enjoy this Paul Mooney clip I'm getting together here, yep. The rowers are out here early, the whites.
Keep your nigga nose, keep your nigga every motherfucking thing. Your nigga nappy ass hair, keep your nigga shit. It's beautiful.
That's right.
That's the truth. Keep your nigga. I'm serious, don't let white folks trick you. And white people are beautiful, they got their shit, they're beautiful. And Barbara Streisand can sing, I give up all the shit to you. What you can do, I give it up. Barbara Streisand, that show tunes, that bitch can sing her ass off. And you guys do your shit and you can ski, I give that up. You ski your ass off. You fuck a nigga up with some snow, I'm serious. One leg, even when you fall, that shit look good. Niggas be sitting there, God damn, them motherfuckers can ski. But I must warn you, there's a black girl. It's coming up for the Olympics. She's from the island. She's bad. And she's been practicing on dirt. Just wait till she gets some snow. And if you that bad on a dirt hill, oh shit. She's gonna be like Speed Racer. No, it is, and I want to back up because I'm gonna give it up to white people what you do good, because I know some of you are gonna be freaking when you leave here, going home, falling asleep, waking up, screaming nigga, not know why. Nigga, has he gone? Nigga. Because you ski, you do all that shit. You ski, let's see what you ice skate, you do some shit to fuck niggas up. You bungee jump, you tie shit and jump off shit and skydive, hang glide, you do all that shit. You cannot get a nigga drunk to jump off a porch. I'm very impressed. You mountain climb, you're like goats. You don't see niggas climbing mountains. We'll sing about it. Ain't no mountain high enough. That's it. But you guys put the hats, the packs, you go all the way. Gonna climb the mountains, get away from the niggers. La 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 la. The higher you get, the happier you get. You start hallucinating, start yodeling. You get crazy, you come up missing. When they find you, you're frozen. You won't find a frozen nigga nowhere on this planet.
Nina Simone coming up Saturday.
And the white man is the boldest creature on this planet. The white man has more nerve than the fucking toothache. That's why you can go to space and do all that shit. You will crawl into a can of beans. I get in. Because I saw a special, early in the morning, like 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning, when you think niggas are asleep, I'm up.
That's right, I'm up.
They have specials on white men do crazy shit. I saw a white man in a cage deep in the ocean fucking with a big old white shark. That shit was scary. And the shark just kept hitting nigga. The white man was down there just freaking.
Specifically about white men. And I'm just gonna say it. Fucking unapologetically going to say it. White men are the most dangerous species in the entire fucking world.
So we're gonna start this conversation and the topic about the white adult male being vicious and brutal and just acting nuts sometimes. Because some of the crimes they're out here doing are just so heinous, man. I think some of that shit has to do with how they were raised. You know what I'm saying? So we'll hear it come out of, the term the horse's mouth. This is a white female here, white female. And she is talking about how the white man is the most dangerous species out here.
Bye. We are talking specifically about white men. And I'm just gonna say it. Fucking unapologetically going to say it. White men are the most dangerous species in the entire fucking world.
Oh yeah.
To women.
No doubt.
And to everyone else. So we can reframe, right? Men want to be like, well, not all men. It's always a white man that fucking says that, by the way. Not all men are like that. Okay, so let's reframe the question. Would you rather be trapped in the woods with a white man or a black man? A white man or an Arab man? A white man or an Asian man? A white man or an Italian man? This one might be tough. A white man or a Frenchman? White men are the problem. You are who we are all afraid of. And if you all do not start fucking changing your shit, we're gonna come fucking eat you. Bye.
Here's some more examples and proof of these white adult males out here, man. And like I said, let me stop and say, first of all, like, everyone, of every race commits crimes. There's Mexican criminals, there's black criminals, there's Asian criminals, there's Italian criminals, there's Jewish criminals, there's Haitian criminals, there's Spanish criminals, there's British criminals. We know the British are brutal. You look at their history. But a lot of times, it's the white adult male that's out here doing this stuff. Look at the Max Anderson case like we were talking about earlier. You know, because you even have friends and family and relatives and stuff of his saying how he was spoiled, you know, how he had weapons as a kid, how he was getting into fights with kids, how he was like a loner, didn't really want to be around nobody. They said that he acted weird, spoiled, and strange as a teenager. A lot of these white kids out here like to act like that. I don't know what it is, but a lot or a good amount of them, like they're lonely. Like they don't have friends, they're like lonerish and shit like that, and like they don't, like I said, they don't have the skills to just be able to deal with people. They don't want to talk to nobody, you know what I'm saying? And these are the kind of people that you end up turning out sometimes. You know, what I mean is, you know, this is what your family turns out, this is the product you turn out, you know, with your kid. You know, Kyle Rittenhouse is a perfect example. Spoiled ass, entitled ass white kid. You know, dude's mother took the time to drive him up to the protest with his gun and shotgun and all that shit to harm people. Drove him there. So here's one. This is, the article says, High Point man charged with rape, human trafficking of underage girl, court documents show. And we have the clip here. This is Joseph Santora, charged, white fella.
Good afternoon. We begin with breaking news out of High Point. A man is in jail right now accused of a sexual offense with a teenager. According to warrants, 43-year-old Joseph Santora was arrested for human trafficking.
Joseph Santora in trouble. You know what I'm saying? I bet he ain't gonna be enjoying the coffee, the Starbucks coffee like I am right now. I got my little coffee.
Of a 16-year-old girl in January of this year. The warrant also says he's charged with involuntary servitude and first-degree forcible rape. He was arrested on Friday by High Point police. He's being held at the Guilford County Jail in High Point. He's expected to be in court at 2 this afternoon. Fox 8 will have a crew there and will bring you updates in our afternoon.
Yeah. Little craziness. So you know what we're gonna do real quick? We're gonna throw a little music in here real quick in between the episode. Like I was saying, y'all try to make sure you listening to the whole episodes, because I'll be putting music in and, you know, comedy clips and all that stuff in between, you know what I'm saying, content stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It'd be random sometimes, so make sure you're listening to the, you know, from front to the end of the podcast. Because I feel like I need some music right now. So y'all check out this Havoc. This is called The Wise and the Kid. This is produced by Havoc. You know what I'm saying? And he's also rapping on here. Havoc is one of the best MC producers ever out there. Flow is super nice.
Can't take this school shit no more, man. Yo, this shit is mad hard, yo. Well, at least we wildin' and shit. I'm ready to fuck that shit. Get money with y'all.
Check it. Bitch, boy down with predecessor Jessica Fletcher. My verbal approach with surgical approach. Murder she wrote as a teen. Had a certain thirst for bourbon and coke. Niggas around me kept a burn and coke. Was heavy serving the dope. Will flood the levy at me first in the third. Privy to what it be like. Learning you keep under a street light. Bacardi rhyming in my stomach lining. Developed the hunger for rhyming. Pressure turned to a diamond. Understood the assignment and I aced the test. First time seeing my paper stretch. Cop the crazy Aperex. Now I got a Christian Dior fetish. We came a long way from eating off a corner store credit. Check it. This is the good for nothing book adjusting. Watching kids walk to school by way the street took my cousin. Selling versus slick as a quarter barreling. We serving barrels to fiends. Weighing quarters for orders of gasoline. Gat in my jeans, pocket fat at the seams. Type of swagger that'll flatter your queen. You evil lacking, you scheme. My habitat a trap and cavity of dreams. To turn them into nightmares. I'm a win when they don't quite fit.
He would corrupt anyone he could to get over. As long as he knew how to control niggas' mind.
This Havoc verse is sick as hell.
He winds up selling weed. And who does he get to work for? Wise and like kids. Capital H, slap at your face at the rapidly rate. Lift you like anti-gravity, blasted the back in the days. What's the root of this? Got a fetish for foolishness. Hammers know they be numerous. You beefing is humorous. You know I walk around with holy armor, and we only honor the street code. If not that, it's not up. Put your head to bed without pajamas. Out to make them commas. Anybody in the way get instant karma. That's the way you gotta be. High velocity. I survived atrocities you couldn't possibly. Once I get in my shoes, a nigga lose it. That's just off the rip. I ain't trying to bag, that's the true as shit. I come from them 96 blocks, cream of the crop. Said what I said, you could like it or not.
Hope y'all enjoyed that Havoc. Yeah, shout out Mobb Deep. So I got another article here I put together for y'all. This is about this white man basically running his son into the ground until he killed him, basically, because he thought his kid was too fat. So he's got him on this treadmill running like a fucking hamster. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna read the article and then play the clip. So it says, high IQ father killed 6-year-old son because he was too fat. Christopher Greger thought his 6-year-old son, Corey MICHELLE, was too fat, so he forced his son into a deadly treadmill workout. He put 6-year-old Corey on the treadmill and increased the speed and the incline until the boy flew off. Greger is seen picking his son Corey up and putting him back on the belt, but the child falls again and continues to struggle to keep up. Greger is seen at one point biting his son on the back of the head, goddamn, before forcing him to run again. What the fuck, man? The autopsy revealed that Corey died as a result of blunt force injuries with cardiac and liver contusions with inflammation and sepsis. Bitch ass white dude, man. And see, and here's the funny thing, people are gonna be upset at me for pointing this out, finding this article, putting it out here, exposing the bullshit. People are gonna have more of a problem with that than the bullshit that he did. Ain't that fucked up? I always say, don't fucking be mad at me. Be mad at these people for doing this BS. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna play this clip. You can hear the treadmill. He's got his young kid just running on the treadmill. You can see the kid fall off. He picks him back up, puts him right back on and makes him start running again. Yeah. He's literally holding him, making him run. Fucking ass piece of shit. Man, I hope dude never gets out of prison, man. I hope they lock his ass up forever, man. Yeah, this stuff, yeah. He falls off the treadmill again, makes him get back on it. The kid is clearly struggling. Yeah, man, that's some bullshit. There's not audio, but it just, yeah, that's sad.
And at the same time, yes, the film is out. And I actually had to go to Europe, film it over there, get back here to help the election. And I've been so busy. I'm going to be on the road next week, and I won't be home in Michigan to vote. And my absentee ballot just arrived just before I came down here. And so, if you don't mind, could I just vote?
Yeah, do you want to vote right now? You want to show people how early
this is the actual ballot for the state of Michigan. Thank you very much.
And have you've done all your research?
Oh, this is Michael Moore. He's gonna be telling some of y'all angry white men to chill out.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know everybody on this ballot.
You know everybody. Yeah.
So vote for Gretchen for governor. And there are so many women on the ballot. You'll notice this when you go to vote next week. There are just teachers alone. There are 550 teachers across the country that are running for state house or state rep.
It's really
nice.
It's an amazing.
While you're voters to get them out the door this coming Tuesday.
The thing I say to non-voters is actually, I don't think it works to like shame them or wag your finger at them. I think you should listen to them and find out why they're not voting. I'm guessing most people who don't vote that stay home do it because they've given up. The system has failed them. They don't see any difference between the candidates. It's the same old hacks running. And so they stay home. But I'm going to guess that the majority of non-voters deeply love their country and are deeply patriotic. And it's got to be very hard for them, Seth, to stay home and not participate. And I think they'd love to participate. So what I say to them this year is there are so many people on the ballot this time that are not the party hacks. I mean, there's a woman running for Congress in West Virginia. She's a chicken farmer. There's a bus driver. I think it's in Kentucky that's running. There's a librarian where I live that's running. I mean, these are like, there's a lunch lady that's running somewhere out in the Northwest. I'd say give it a shot just this one time. Show up just this one time. I think you'll be surprised by who's on the ballot, and we can throw all the bastards out.
There you go.
That's why in Michigan legalizing marijuana.
Oh, are you on the fence on this one?
No. Do you want to help me fill this one in?
It looks like it came filled in.
Yeah. The band. Here we go. Thank you for
so I want to ask about this. You were here right before.
Gonna play this clip here of white adult males being angry, threatening people and all that kind of shit. Like I was saying earlier, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna show today on this episode why they do some of the stuff they do. You know what I'm saying? And show why. Like that white lady said, the white adult male is the most dangerous species out here. They are. When it comes to being violent, they are. And we need to watch out for some of them. And I'm only talking about the bad ones. You know what I'm saying? This isn't all white people, so y'all need to stop that. You know what I'm saying? If you're thinking that. This is for the bad ones.
I will destroy you.
22-year-old Santa Barbara shooter Elliot Rodger joins a disturbing group of young male rampage killers that have a lot in common.
This video is about 4 minutes, y'all. It's from CNN.
Sandy Hook killer Adam Lanza, James Holmes, the Aurora movie shooter, the Columbine killers, and Jared Loughner from the Tucson massacre.
Sorry, it's only 2.5 minutes, so y'all bear with me.
Were all in their late teens to mid-20s at the time of their shootings. All of them grew up in relatively stable environments, except the Columbine shooters all attended at least some college, and all of them had mental health issues.
They come from a world where they're cared for, nurtured, they have resources, they're protected.
PhD psychologist James Garbarino has spent more than 20 years studying and writing about murderers. He's written several books, including Lost Boys, Why Our Sons Turn Violent.
See, that's what I was saying real quick. I'm going to just say it one last time, and then I won't cut into the clips no more. Like I was saying, like, some of these white kids, like when they're teenagers and shit, or even younger, you know what I'm saying, they act spoiled, entitled. A lot of them run their households, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them end up being the January 6th rioters. Can you imagine if a lot of those white individuals that were doing the January 6th bullshit, can you imagine if their parents would have raised them better and been more involved and told them no once in a while and didn't let them have the BB gun and the shotgun and all that and made them do chores? And made them deal with their emotions and taught them some life skills and raised them better, you wouldn't have some of these school shooters and shit like that. And that's just a fact. You know, because white parents and white people are always telling black parents and black kids they need to be better and all this shit, how we're violent. Now you guys are the most violent people out here. This country was built on violence, and the white man is the one who started it. Go back and look through all the history of all the wars and just all the stolen land, how they took Mexico and all that shit like that. That was a white man doing all that stuff. Go do your research instead of being upset at me for pointing it out. Maybe if they would have taught some of this stuff in schools, I wouldn't have to be doing it right now.
While Roger is half Asian, Garbarino believes one of the reasons the vast
I'm going to get a
majority
coffee.
of
I'll be
rampage
back.
killers in the U.S. are young white men is because their mental illness is mixed with an inflated ego.
The environment that they're in and the narcissism that they experience, all of that sort of predisposes them to take on these vendettas against their perceived enemies.
I don't know what you don't see in me. I'm the perfect guy.
The same condition in a kid who's living in a poor neighborhood, who's living with gangs, who's living with abuse, who's living with poverty and deprivation. They will do sort of crazy things, but it'll be aimed at an individual, not at sort of abstractly society in general.
Garbarino also...
I was saying that. I had to cut into it. I've been saying that. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying, no matter how you feel about, you know what I'm saying, when black people commit crimes, whether it's robbery, shooting, you know what I'm saying, the majority of the time in those situations, it's a situation between an individual, you know, two individuals a lot of times, or the person that's doing the robbing or the stealing, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to get some money despite you think it might be not the proper way of getting money or getting ahead, you know what I'm saying, but still, like, there's a goal in mind. We don't just, black people aren't going shooting up schools. Someone go and find me. I bet you can probably only find maybe a handful of examples throughout history of a black kid or a black person, you know, a black adult, male or female, going shooting some school up or something like that. We don't do that type of shit.
believes that young white men suffering from mental illness are kept afloat longer because of a more supportive environment, which allows their delusional anger and frustration.
Their parents and shit will be enabling them and shit sometimes.
With Elliot Roger, according to family
giving them money for dope.
He'd been fooling everyone for many years. And the shame is that in the end, no one could rescue what had happened on Friday night. And what these boys who go out to kill don't understand is that when they murder one, they murder many. Because they don't just kill the people that lie dead on the streets or in apartments or in galleries or in cinemas. They kill thousands and thousands of others who are connected to those.
Sadly, Garbarino believes there are more of these young men out there, and until something is done to prevent people struggling with mental illness from obtaining guns, we should all expect that these rampages will continue.
So I'm trying to tell you, man.
Destroy you.
Yeah, some of these white kids and these white adult males are dangerous, man. For real, man. Because they don't know how to deal with stuff. They don't, you know, a lot of times they don't even know how to just communicate with just people. There's a lot of times, like, their mom and their dads or whatever, they, you know, they shelter them so much, they enable them, they give them everything they want, they solve all their issues and problems, do everything for them, you know what I mean? So then the child, when they become an adult, like, they don't know how to fucking do anything. They don't know how to talk to people, communicate, they're unapproachable, you know what I mean? And then when they get upset about stuff, they snap out. And this is what you get sometimes. That's crazy, ain't it? So yeah, excuse me, I found this video clip. It's of angry white male studies. Angry white male studies. Check this out.
The University of Kansas will offer a new course next year titled Angry White Male Students, and the controversially named course is drawing some criticism from Kansas State Representative Ron Estes. He tweeted, instead of a course to unite people and empower women, KU has decided to offer a class that divides the student population. USA Today reports the course will examine the rise of the angry white male in America and Britain since the 1950s, exploring the...
See what I was saying about them Brits? They are the true fucking terrorists. They did a lot of damage. Y'all hear the white people out here already rowing in the river all early in the morning. Don't nobody black do that. Back to the clip.
Deeper sources of this emotional state.
Morning, baby.
Evaluating recent manifestations of the male anger. Some KU students take no issue with the class.
I feel like their whole reason for creating this class was just to open a new perspective of a class that we haven't seen here at KU.
I think when you see that class title, like the angry white male, it's gonna like enrage some people, specifically probably some white males.
So those are some students who have no issue with the class, but there are others who do. This is a student here who says, so glad he's leaving the University of Kansas in June. What a waste of taxpayer money indoctrinating students with this Marxist attitude. This other person responded saying, it's a stupid idea. Don't be afraid to call out liberal idiocy. So it'll be interesting to see what the university ends up doing with this course, Aisha. Angry white male.
What y'all think? Sound like a lot of the white people are cool with it. Because most white people know, you know what I mean? They know who's the true danger out here. You know what I'm saying? It's these white Republicans and these white hate groups out here. I've read the list of these Nazi groups and these white supremacist groups out here that we need to fucking stay away from. Because they're out here, they're your family members, your friends, your neighbors, your co-workers, your bosses. You know what I mean? It's a little Miles Davis jazz in the background. So we're gonna pull one more clip up here that I put together. Okay, I got one more I put together here for y'all. This is a white lady.
Doesn't it seem like some white men are really angry lately?
Yes.
Not all white men.
I said some. Harry's man theory. When men...
I love that. Cause she, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause people will hold you to word, you know what I'm saying? When you say white people do this, people are like, dude said all white people. No, I didn't say all. You heard how she said some? Because it's like, we're not saying all, we're saying some, a good amount. Like when people say, oh, there's a few bad cops, that term needs to be thrown away. We just need to say there's some bad cops out here, because it's more than a few.
Don't feel masculine, they tend to act out in stereotypical gendered ways, which is why you're getting pushback from the men in your life for just existing. But it's not you, it's white men. They're a little fragile right now. Here's why. See, white men used to be able to raise a family, buy a house, and retire on one salary, their own. But thanks to growing income inequality, that's something white men can't do anymore. And that's throwing off some really comfy gender norms. You know what else white men can't do anymore? Afford to keep a full-time spouse at home, have job security, depend on federal mortgage programs to help them buy a house, and rely on subsidized, high-quality health care, subsidized retirement programs, and Social Security. These entitlement programs were part of the privilege of being a white man, and it must be enraging to watch them slowly slip away at the hands of growing income inequality. But you know who else is angry? Women and people who aren't white. See, we've been excluded from these programs for longer than we've been included in them. And we're really mad about it too. So I say welcome, white men. You've officially joined the fucked over club. You can now join the ranks of most of the United States. We get that you're angry, and while it's not our fault, we can totally empathize with your loss of privileges, even though we've never had them.
But don't listen to me, an angry lesbian. Let a white man tell you the exact same thing.
Once upon a time, we had 98% of all of the positions of power. And now we only have like 88%. We think, oh my God, women are taking over.
This is Dr. Michael Kimmel. He's one of the world's leading experts on men and masculinity.
Once upon a time, the whole world was a locker room. The boardroom of the company was a locker room. The opera...
Check this out.
Straight white men.
Straight white men.
The ability to move around, do whatever you want without being harassed.
Cocky, arrogant, bros.
For me, it's got some socio-political weight.
I don't think there's anything that can be said that will be completely politically correct.
These days, it seems associated with oppression.
Maybe redneck, maybe.
It definitely, it's a title that piques curiosity in people who are not straight white men. One of the impetuses for making the show Straight White Men is, really for the first time in history, suddenly straight white men are getting confronted with the unpleasant experience that nobody likes of having a cultural label put on you and being told this is what you are because you fall under this category. It's interesting to me seeing them deal for the first time with something that all the rest of us have been dealing with.
You're trying to live in accordance with what you believe. And what is that? That there's nothing that people like us can do in the world that isn't problematic or evil. So we have to make ourselves invisible.
People like us, what's that supposed to mean?
You know, privileged.
They have privilege because they have the lead on everybody else, the upper hand on everything that they could possibly want. Jobs, money, everything.
That's what I was saying. A lot of times, white people, their families are able to, enable them. Like a lot of times, if you have a white dope fiend, he's on drugs or he's alcoholic or whatever, a lot of times they don't end up having to steal or rob or commit crimes because their family will enable them. You know what I'm saying? They'll give them the money they need for that fix. They'll give them the money they need, or they'll help them get that job. You could take a white poor dude, he could just be all bummed out, look like complete shit. You know what I'm saying? Look like life's just kicking his ass. You could give him some clothes, get him a haircut and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Get him an ID and he could go get a job easier than a black person would in the same situation.
There's a lot of privilege around here. How I would define privilege and hard work is different. Like privilege and determination are two different things to me.
This play is really not about privilege for me so much. At its heart, this is a play about what do we value.
I want to play this clip, you know what I'm saying, too, as well for y'all. This is a big service announcement, you know what I'm saying? Like, basically, we need to be checking to see, these businesses. This kind of goes with that great Jet Cafe stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people in the city of Milwaukee didn't know that this lady was a Republican and a Trumper. And they were supporting, eating her food and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So we need to look into these companies. When we hear stuff or we see things or whatever, we need to start looking into these companies, see who they're supporting, see who's supporting them. You know what I mean? And this brother right here explained it better than I can. It's about 1:12.
I've gotten to the point where it's anything remotely fashy, I go check their donation and campaign records. It's all this. Ron DeSantis plans to expel all students from Florida who protest Israel. Said, oh, that was stupid. And then I immediately went to the Googles. It's literally to the point where I have opensecrets.org bookmarked on my phone. All of our politicians' donation records are public information. I went to the Googles and saw that Ron DeSantis has been gifted almost $400,000 and counting from the Israel lobby. Israel literally paid him to do this. Johnson, the Speaker of the House, the man that single-handedly made sure that the TikTok bill, the Taiwan aid, the Ukraine aid, and the Israel aid was pushed through in 72 hours last week. It's literally been swimming in Israel money. Israel is sending him money as soon as he passes pro-Israel legislation. Truly makes you wonder, what were our politicians getting away with in 1892 when there was no internet? I say this with zero exaggeration. I think Israel has more influence on what laws get passed in our country than we do.
Thanks for listening to today's episode. We really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was informative, you know what I'm saying? And my goal is just to spread information out here, vital information, you know what I'm saying? And know who to be looking out for. You know what I'm saying? So with that, we'll catch up with y'all later. And enjoy this outro music. We'll roll out some Lloyd Banks. This is off the Halloween Havoc 4, the 72-hour album. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. Peace, y'all. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the weekend and stay safe.
All this weight holds a ton when they title you the one. Where I'm from, ain't no love, just a barrel and a drum. Oh my son, I ain't done. Shit, my story just begun. Ain't no slipping, sneakers done. When they ain't nowhere to run, call me dumb. Rather wind up in the clip than a bomb. Get your gun, niggas rather see you die than you won. In the slum, this is fun. Though it traumatizes some. Here it comes, second guessing, and I've only just begun. I lost with many people, yet I survived. I'm feeling guilty. Know this work will last a few lifetimes. They'll never kill me. God ain't make them all with hearts like mine. They did me filthy. I ain't somewhere in the book where they rank niggas. I will be. Where do we start? Did all this building, but somewhere it fell apart. So mine diamonds gotta shine cause hell is dark. Friends smile, haters smile, they hard to tell apart. Gotta stay sharp. This hell is dark. I know I'm bleeding, can't you tell that I've been shot? I'm feeling dizzy, someone called me in the heart. Don't get comfortable, should've taught me from the start. I wouldn't listen, now it's time for me to harp. Choices you gave me laid me right there in the park. Thought it was over, but somewhere I found a spark. Knew you were waiting on the day I fell apart. Peace.